Hi, this is Margaret from Margaret's Crafts, and I want to show you a card that I made using a punch and just some, using a punch and just your cardstock. Let me show you how I made the card. First, you take your 12 by 12 paper, or this is the size that I used for this one. You cut it down 5.5 inches. Then you'll have your 5.5 by 8 inch piece, and you're gonna, 5.5 by 12 inch piece. You're gonna cut that down to 8.5 by 5.5, and then you fold that in half to get your cardstock size, your card size. Then all I did was inked around the edges with some Tim Holtz Distress Ink tea dye. And I took the other remaining piece that was left over from my 12 inch piece, and I cut 3/4 of an inch off of that, and I ended up with these four. And then after that, I cut those down the long way. It was the long way, the piece, and I cut it I cut the long way 1 3/4 inches. That's how wide these are. Then I cut those in half again, but not exactly in half. I cut it at 2.5 inches. So one is slightly longer than the other. And I inked around all four of those pieces. Like this. You can see where I inked around it. Now I'm just going to ink around the last piece. Okay, now I'm just going to ink around the edges of my four little pieces of cardstock that I cut to make the door panels. Now I'm going to pop these out on pop dots, on foam dots. One in the middle. And then for the edges, I'm just going to cut one in half because I don't need to put four on this. Now, I want the smaller panels to be up at the top and the larger panels down at the bottom. And I'm going to place my first two to show placement where I want these two to sit. Put those in place. And then just remove the covering off the back of those. Okay, and that's how you're going to do the card base. Now to build up for your wreath, all you're going to need is a circle. And how I made my circle was that I used two of the Spellbinders die, set them inside of each other, and cut it to get my circle. This is just your base for your to form your wreath on. Now, all you're going to do is you're going to take some glue, and I like to do my inside of my my wreath, so I'm just going to put glue around there. And then all I did was punched out a lot of these fern punches from the EK Success punch. It's called Rock Fern. And I just sat there and punched out, and you want the same color as your ring that you're using. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to start with the center and just lay them in. They don't have to be a certain way. As you can see, I got them going all kinds of ways. Just put them on, going around in a circle. Okay, now that I got my inside of my wreath done, now I'm going to do the outside. Okay, you can glue it down any way that you want to. I just put a little bit of glue in a glass jar, and I'm going to touch my fern and go around my edges like that. And you do it the same way as you did your inside of your wreath, by having them going in all different directions. And we're going to put them on like that. If you skip the bottom of it, that's fine. Just stick it on there. And with your green being the same color as your inside, it kind of blends on in with your wreath. Now, for your other layer, wherever you see where you can like see through it a little bit, just take a little bit of glue, put it on your leaf there, and kind of like just push it down in the middle there. That's it. It just makes for another layer of your green. Okay, and that's it. That's how you make the wreath. It's that simple. Now you take your door again. Make sure I'm opening it the right way, and your wreath will sit right up here on your door. I'm going to take another dimensional. I'm going to turn my wreath over. And on this green circle that I cut, I'm going to take my dimensional, and on the green circle, I'm going to take my dimensional and I'm going to cut it into little parts. And I'm going to apply it to that green circle so that you don't see it from the other side. Okay, now take your door, take your foam, the protective sheet off. Now center that so it's in between the two sides and up more towards the top. And press it down. And that makes it stand up a little bit away from your doorway to make it look like it's actually sitting on there. I don't know if you can see from underneath here. It looks like it's actually sitting on there. And then all you got to do is apply a bow. Okay, you're going to add a little bow down to the bottom. Or if you want it to the side, wherever you want to add your bow. Then you take, what I did was, I took the tulips bead in the bottle, and I used the black to make my doorknob. And all I'm going to do is make a big bead. They'll dry round, so don't worry about it. Then for the holly berries, I took the coral beads in a bottle, and I just put drops of red. You tap up on there a little bit on the bottom. I'm trying to do this upside down. I mean, you can use rhinestones, the red rhinestones if you want to for the berries. Anything that'll add your berries on. Then I just like scattered a few here and there. Okay, and then you let that dry. It's that simple. And there's your wreath card. Just like that. And these will dry nice and hard. And if you get some that didn't dry round, all I did was, because I had one over here, you could just put your finger up under it, pluck it off, and put another one on. And there I go. My berries are a little bit bigger on that one, but that's okay. Thank you for watching my video. Bye.